1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You are coming through, but you shouldn't be. You should be coming through. That weird. Broadcast domain. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I reset the computer beforehand. And when you reset the computer, you have to reset the roadcaster. Right, I'll try again. Evening, Barry, evening, Fred, evening, Brazil, evening, Steve, evening, George, evening, Daniel, evening, Andrew, evening, Tom, evening, let me have a look. Go for the evenings again. Evening, Manny, evening, Bernadette West. I do want to have Chef Cam on. I'm trying to figure out what he's working and stuff. Once I can figure out what he works and Chef, we can have him on an episode, which will be good. Evening, Bob. But yeah, sorry about that. It's all it went a bit pear-shaped there. Sounds great. Evening, George. How you doing? Fans got Spain got you loud and clear, mate. Brilliant. Thank you, Gary. I've been better. I've not had a good day today with my seizure, so if why we're going a little bit earlier, so if I want to dip out a bit earlier than normal with the stream, I can do. That's the reason why we're going a bit earlier. F&D had not been my friend today. I was meant to have a dentist appointment today, and I had to cancel it, so I went back to bed around about 9:30, 10 o'clock. So yeah, so it's not been great, but hey, we get through it, we pull through. But I like routine, so I like routine, and I wasn't wanting to miss a debrief where we got a good win. I was shocked about this. 31 people watching, 10 likes. Get those likes up, people. I much appreciate it. But we got an absolutely fantastic win at the weekend. A win I did not see coming. To be fair, I did not see the win coming at all. I thought we were going to get absolutely battered at QPR with how good their form were. And you know what? We weathered a storm and did okay. Have you heard that Santo now go to nail to... I have, mate. Which I did find it funny that their second choice is Neymar, which is kind of funny. I have, and it's really weird because I had a lot of the Santos fans giving it he's going to come to Santos because of our history. He's going to come to Brazil because of X, Y, and Z. He's going to do this. He's going to do this. And I'm like, he's not going anywhere. Sorry to hear that, yeah, a good win at QPR. They are very hard to beat, and we don't have a great record at QPR. You know what? I think it was one of those games. First half, we did okay. But it wasn't great. Thank God our plan of consistently fouling worked. Yeah, consistently fouling. Their managers. We've had a lot of managers give us a lot of shit this season, and I kind of don't get where it's all come from. I don't know if it's a jealousy on Danny Rule, a jealousy that we stayed up the way we did. I don't know what it is, but we've had a lot of stick from rival managers this season, and it's just been odd. But I don't think we played great in the second half. I think we struggled a little bit, but then we got back into it in the first half, I mean. And then second half, we really got back into it, played better, moved the ball around. But the thing is, you look at the videos I've done today, especially on Michael Smith. That's why you keep Michael Smith. Michael Smith is very much needed for that way of playing. It's 100% the way you need to do. They say Hilbert away end is bad, but if working barely move. Yeah, I saw some photographs of the away end. I've been one, but only when I was young. And it's not the best. It's not the best away end at all. It needs a lot of work, but they don't get mentioned. We got the stigma, haven't we? I definitely think Smith needs a new contract. He deserves it. I'm not 100% sure he gets a new contract. That's the problem, Craig. I don't see him being in Danny's team next season. I see him looking for the same kind of player as Smith and younger, but I don't see him being part of Danny's team next season. I've just got this funny feeling. But then again, do we think Danny's gonna be our manager next season? There's that side of it as well. But the thing is, it's a weird one because I've always been of the thing, want to get to 6 months in the contract. If you can replace them, in January with someone coming in like for like, or someone who's similar player but a bit younger, do so. But we've never been really able to do that. And that's why I've got the weird situation with Michael Smith. Because we had it last year with Lee Gregory. We all like, right, Lee Gregory should go. He's not playing. He deserves to go. Get a bit of money for him. He's out of contract in the summer. Bing, bang, bosh. You've got a bit more money in. But then we don't go and replace him. Like, it would be so low for Wednesday to go, oh, you're going out. But then we don't get the deal through to get the replacement for Smith. And that seems to always been our problem. It's always been an issue for us for a longer time, that when we do let a player go, we don't replace them quick enough. It's like this deal for the Japanese lad. It does feel like it's taking a long time. It feels like we're waiting until the end of the transfer window, or the 1st of Feb, when he's officially a free agent, to get him signed and done. But the thing is, you want to make sure you get the deal done as soon as possible, because you don't want someone swooping in and going, I'll take him, sorted. And ideally, you're looking at this window right now. What we need right now is a left back, not left back, centre back, striker, and probably midfielder. Probably 2 centre backs. I think if we get Prem this season, he'll stay. Roll. If not, I think he's off. I don't know how to read it. I'll be honest with you, DJ. I don't know how to read it. The part of me that thinks he'll stay, try and build something next season if he gets the promises, because of how he's done so far this season. But there is a part of me that's like, he go because he's done with DC's stuff that happened during the transfer window before it opened. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I want him to stay, but I do have that funny feeling that he's hot property at the minute and you cash in when you can. Problem is, Jake, we don't take a front foot, otherwise the players... Oh, we never do. We never do. It's like the issue is, I've got to think is, we're meant to be having talks about dealing with Hatsu last week, and there was going to be a decision made. Now we've heard that there's now going to be a decision made later on, and it's all because we were trying to get the child deal done. We don't seem to be able to work on multiple deals at a time. It's one deal at a time as you go. Once that deal's done, we move on to the next deal. And then once that done deal, you move on to the next one. We never seem to be able to do multiple deals at the same time. It's very rare. Very true, but if we get a target man or a new striker, then you could let him go. But I think players in... It's got to be players in the door first. It's got to be players in the door before you do anything. Well, DJ, Southampton has said that he's got a year. It's a year contract pretty much. They see him staying at their current manager staying. Hang on, let me find the tweet for you. Give me a minute. Daniel Solanke, and this is the bloke who owns the club, on Ivan. We signed a contract for a year and a half. Yes, he's our manager for next season. So basically, even if he go down, even if Southampton go down, they're saying he's the manager for next season. They have already said that he will be their manager for next season. So that's the thing. That their owner come out and said he will be our manager next season. That said to me that they are backing on him to rebuild in the summer for Southampton in the Championship. That's what I see there. He wanted Southampton no matter what's been said. He wanted the job and didn't get it. Yeah, but I would like a brand new computer over there. I'm not going to get it anytime soon. I would like to be able, this channel to be a lot bigger than it actually is, but it's not. People can want things and not get it, if that makes sense. It's how it works. Max a lack of money to me. Get someone out before we can afford to look at someone else. I don't think it's a case. I don't think it is a case of getting someone out, because we can't afford to let someone go out, Steve. You're not listening. We cannot afford to let someone go out before we let someone in. We can't do that. We don't have the squad depth to do that. We have to get someone in before we let anyone go out. I get what you're saying about the money side of it. It's Max a lack of money, but when a teams actually spend money in January? In January, you loan. In January, Wednesday are very well known for loaning players. Last season, we loaned 4. This season, because of the whole situation that happened with Danny and DC, it slowed everything right down. And we are religiously the club that do business 2 to 3 days when the window's about to shut, or we're manic on deadline day. We can't afford to have someone go out before someone comes in. Just we haven't got the abilities for that, which is annoying. It's really, really annoying. I don't think we all would have gone. I think he's a man of principles. I get that a little bit. But the thing is that's the thing. I can't see us being able to get anyone in until I can't see us getting anyone out until someone came in their position. That's the problem. I think Danny will stay if Chansiri backs him this window. I'm sure, hopefully, we will stay through the end of the season, depending on our chairman. I think he will stop and see the project through. I think he will, unless there's a job that comes. I've always said the only jobs where I really, because I'm really bad, but the jobs I don't mind him going and taking are the Germany jobs, kind of thing. Good news about Southampton. Why can't we not afford Dennis? It'll be the package, Michael. It'll be the package, whatever Watford are putting at it, and it'll be wages. It'll be wages. They'll be willing to probably pay a little bit more on wages than we are. But we don't know yet. Ian and Jay, no worries. I'm early, John. I'm early than normal. We normally do these at 7 p.m, but I'm going early because I'm not feeling the best today. Wrong, he's up with DC. Right. Well, let's not go over the whole DC Danny bullshit about Southampton job. He's here. He's here today. Let's just drop it. Because at the end of the day, the more we start going into this whole situation of he sucked about this, he did that, we're just going to cause division against ourselves again. I can't be fucking arsed to deal with that for the rest of the season. I don't want it. I don't want to do it. Because at the end of the day, he's here. And let's be thankful he's here. He may have wanted the other job, but I generally think there's a reason why he might have wanted to go. And the thing is, if he wanted a compensation package lower in, you signed a contract. DC's done the right thing, kept into a contract. But I don't think it helps anyone if we do what we're doing by having the split and talking about it. I don't think it helps. Oh, and I want Paolo from the 90s. Louis Barrios to Hull is odd. That's odd. I don't get that one, Alex. I don't get what Hull's offering there. I don't understand that one. The only thing I can think of, they offered a shit ton more money than everyone else. Well, it's like about maybe getting the Japanese fella. Have went there, have an Asian before. I don't think so. No. Well, we could play inside. Didn't make it clear. I mean that the way we operate. Oh, right. I get what you mean. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you there. The way we operate, it doesn't work. Yeah, the way we operate, we need to be better. No, I agree with that. The way we operate, we had to get some out to, to cash in. Yeah, I get what you mean in that one. I agree. He's here. Totally agree. Yep. Not Forest. Hate dealing with Sheffield teams. There's something about Pat that makes them play hard with us every time. Yep. I agree. Also, Jay. Yep. Yeah. Don't speak about my chairman. That was a horrible. I think the thing is for me is that we're so divided as a fan base at the minute. There's one half of the fan base that want DC out. There's one half that want DC to stay. And I just don't think it helps anyone. We have the internal politics at the club happen all the time. And the problem is when you start dealing with internal politics and you don't deal with the football side of things, it changes things. Hull maybe offered Barry crucial role game time. It can only be game time or they just laid out a plan. You got to remember, Salas is a good manager. He's very, very good. He's very good at like doing the whole what's the word? He's very good at convincing a player. he did that very well at Reading. At Reading, he was good at that. So it could be interesting. Till Danny has gone and behind him, I think we just need to see what comes and trust Danny. Yeah, I think it's that whole thing. We just have to trust. I hate using the word trust the process, but you kind of got to. Cheers, Arsenal fan, by the way. I used to like that word. 40 people watching, 17 likes. Get those likes up. I didn't mean to put my chairman. I can't stand him. He's silly. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. That week was horrible. It wasn't great as a content creator having to make those videos. And the thing is, the other thing you got, you look at Barry. We're saying about Barry and stuff. What if Barry's seen all the stuff about the chairman and gone, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. Bye. I'm not coming to Wednesday if that's the case. That's too much drama for me. There could be a case of going, hey, there's too much drama here for me. I'm just not gonna do it. And that also can play a sorry about that. Just not good at talking to him. And I think the thing is that I do wonder if some of the players we may have had lined up go, hey, that's a little bit too much drama for me. I'm not about drama. I just want to go play football. I'm not getting involved with it. And there's that side of things as well. There is the side of it that you look at it, you go, no, I'm not sure about this. And it's difficult. It is very difficult with it because I don't think anyone wants to come into somewhere where there's a lot of drama. I think they want to come in and play football and just carry on. But our club, sadly, comes with a lot of baggage. It comes with a lot of baggage normally around the chairman. And it happens. I will be interested in who Elbow loved to play up front with, maybe seeing... I like to see Elbow up top with Michael Smith. I like to play him as a front two and have Smith feed Elbow into the channels or trying to hit that front post, because you saw a couple of times in that QPR game in the first half, the ball were going into that front post where he absolutely is on it. I think you are the only active mob tonight, DJ. I know my other half is putting kids to bed, and I know Jack should be around. It could play a part of player for the top player. Yep, true. Think you're looking at the chairman stuff too much. I don't believe any player cares about what. It's more the drama in the media side of thing, Mark. It's more the drama side of the media. Some players don't go to club because of how they run. Some players can deal with the stuff that's happening. It's difficult because we have had players come because of stuff that's happened off the field. We have had players turn us down because they don't want to do that. But it's also clubs. It's also what money we put in front of people. Is the target that we were going for already gone? Could we acted too late? Danny said back in October he wanted to hit the January transfer window straight away. There we go. Wild work up here when you mention mods. There'll be some players who don't like playing that. Like, look at the interview with Windass. Windass said it's just, this is what happens at Wednesday. This is how it happens at Wednesday. We're used to it. Then you look at Bernard, who isn't used to this, who went in the media and went, this is more tense when we were in the relegation battle. And it shouldn't be the case, kind of thing. We need it how it was last year with Masaba and Ubbo, but Masaba just doesn't seem the same player this season. I don't know what's occurred there. He just doesn't seem in the right form or the right way of playing, kind of thing. Kyle Walker, Man City's a good deal. Yes or no? I think he'll do well in Italy. It's a slower game. It'll suit him down to the T because it's a slow game. He'll be able to what's the word I'm looking for? Exploit their wing backs and stuff. I think it's good. I can imagine there might be some that turn it down because of DCK. But the thing is, at the end of the day, what we need to do is concentrate on players who want to come here, right? People who want to be at the club. Like, if you can get a player to come in and do a job, then fantastic. That's what we want. We all want a player that's going to come in, be a good loan. The thing is, the problem you have, walking football suit Kyle Walker. The problem you've got with Wendy, we are very good at sometimes making a loan play really good, right? And I'm going off the boil again if we give him a contract. I.e., a lot of people saying that with Ugbo at the minute. But we did it with Lewis McGugan. McGugan came in as a loan, did really well, got a contract, went off the boil a little bit. And McGugan did that at a lot of clubs he was at. He will win a contract, and once he won that contract, he would go off the boil. I'm not saying Ugbo like that at all, by the way. I'm just saying it's an example of what can happen. The thing is, like, you look at the goal Pato scored. Really good goal for Pato. Really happy for Pato to score. But then you've got the question going, he gave his interview that it's not great on the old mental health, not playing. I get angry because I'm not playing. I want to play. Maybe I'll put myself in the window a little bit to play more minutes. And this is the thing you've got with it. You look at Enin Lodo Duente. How you doing, mate? I hope you're well. And this is the issue you've got. You've got players who are not playing. So you look at a Savante Ingolson. I wonder if Ingolson is one of those who look like that kind of thing, where he's not that pleased that he's not playing week in, week out. Mikel Antonio was a player who can think of recent times who was just a good signing when he was on loan. Yeah, probably that's one. Ugbo looked better last season when we had Paveda. I've said this all season, Mark. I have said all season that Ugbo looks so much better when we have Paveda who cutting inside. The problem is we cutting the balls into the box. We don't have those kind of players on our team. Our quote-unquote wingers, they all cut inside into the box and shoot. They don't provide. Masaba did it a little bit, but we played a lot of good football when it was Ugbo and Paveda last season, getting him into good positions. We need a centre-back more than a striker to be out. We should be keeping Smith. I don't think Smith is going to go, Lodo. I don't think Smith is going to go. We can't afford Smith to go because we don't have the depth. And B, it's weird how centre-back is still a position that's not been properly talked about. We keep getting linked with attackers or midfielders at the minute. And it's an odd one where I still think a centre-back is what we need. You've got to remember when, I think it's March, when potentially Akin comes back. Barry could have been a Paveda replacement, but he could have done. But, yeah. But we're both stuck with Masaba now. Masaba, him have worked. Carlos, Shaft and McGugan refused to play in blue confidence. To be fair, though, Brazil B, McGugan has had a history of not being great. Had Paveda even played? He played 15 minutes so far in one game and then went off injured. Knack. Masaba is looking like he's depressed to keep up with the hype of Gassama. It's getting this year consistently going for glory and messing up moves. Do you think Wednesday can ever have a stable club under Chancery, or is it just... I don't know, Steve. I have no idea. I feel like we do tend to have a stable club when we don't hear from him, but it's always that thing. Valentin tends to be the cutback merchant when he plays. I agree, Paul. I'd like to see Valentin play more. And that thing, you've seen him playing. He's made chances for Bo. He's just not buried them. Rafford to Wednesday. Here we go. Okay, I can dream. I can dream, can't I? Yep. Winger play more like inside forward, inside, which means they do indeed. They do indeed. Ubbo just doesn't fit he doesn't fit the system we play now, which I don't get. I really, really don't get. In one sense, signing Ubbo, but then changing the system on him. How he plays last season. I know a footballer should be able to adapt to the system, but the system that we had last season worked really well. Like, you look at the game against Sunderland, last game of the season, it was attacking, it was that playing it out from the back, it was the counter. It was very similar to how he plays certain games. But our biggest problem, we sit back. We sit back way too deep for no apparent reason. Like, we invite the pressure on ourselves. We do it every time. I actually think Ubbo is good. Literally, if he can get one goal. I think once he gets one goal, he'll get going. I genuinely think he'll get going. I think the 2 goals he got in the cup were great, and you're thinking, great, we're going to get a start of Ubbo now. But it then didn't translate into the league. I think you need that league goal to get him going. And the goals that he got in cup games, they weren't bad. We got a record club sale for Gazama. Wonder how much chance will spend the money. 10 million Jordan Rhodes. Masaba's young, still learn it with the lad. He'll be good summer. He's out of contract, Masaba, though, in the summer, so he needs to do it. Like we also about, he needs a hold-up play. He does. He needs a Smith. He needs someone at the side of him. Thing is, both movement creating space and channels have been fantastic. His goals always come from service rather than creating them themselves. Put Ubbo in the under 21 build if he's confident that start Smith on Saturday. I start Smith Saturday. It's a difficult one with putting Ubbo in the under 21 to certain thinking. I miss reserve team football, Mark. I'm not gonna lie. I've said it time and time again. I miss reserve team football. I like under 21 stuff, but I prefer reserve team football where you will go against some senior pros of other clubs. I thought it worked better. Gasama dribbles are even better and learn to look up. Masaba haven't shown too much improvements this season. I agree. Jez, he needs his magic dread back. Yeah, I saw someone say it's like it's a big problem since he's had the haircut. I think more than we don't supply Ubbo, he should be able to read the game enough to be able to want and finish and not missing. True. The players that aren't giving up on Ubbo, though, whenever he's missed, they go straight to him, give him the foot. Yeah, it showed the team spirit in there. It showed that they're willing to look after, mate. Really? Oh, I thought we had him. No, he's on a 2 out of contract this season. I'm just not 100% sure if Ubbo got if Masaba got an option as another year. He might have an option as another year, but I'm not sure. Ian and Danny, how you doing, mate? Smith must be peed off, though. Like, what's he got to do is get a start. True. If only Ubbo caught that empty net from 1 yard versus Norwich, could have set him. Or the penalty. He could set him on his way, but it is what it is. We just got to deal with it. And the problem is, the more we all get on his back, the more it's not going to help. Footballers sometimes do read social media. I hope they don't, but some do. I think Will Volk did a really good piece when he was there, saying how some players go immediately to the phone after a game. Diving are generally ran with utter chaos anyway. Somehow they just end up functioning that way. DC tried to run Wednesday because of being complacent over there, which of course he doesn't fucking work whatsoever. So no stability under DC. I'm afraid he's saving it for the derby of Bill Hattrick incoming. There's a lot of people who keep tweeting or putting in the comment section, which I love, and I love the inspiration, or what the other word I always use. You can tell my F&D is not great today. I'm all over the place. The idea of him getting an Ubbo hat-trick each time, I do like it. It's like, I do like trying to will him to get it, right? Trying to get that will. I wonder, does Viagra work on Gold Good too? I don't think DC going anywhere. He don't want to sell. He made it very clear he does not want to sell. I don't think DC going anytime soon. People will want him to, but I don't think he's doing. And we have to just deal with that. There's not a lot we can do with that. We have to just deal with that and go with it. At the end of the day. That's the word, optimism. Thank you, mate. That's the word. You can sell them out of it today. DC likes having power over something. I think the thing is we need to have a good end to this window. We could do with a player or two in by Saturday. Do I think we'll get it? No. Would I like to see it? Yes. But these things are not in our control. We only feed off whatever gets done as a rumour. We feed off what gets spoken about. Like today, we had the Hatsuit, we had the Smith thing. Yesterday, we had the Stuart Armstrong. Do I think we need someone like Stuart Armstrong? Maybe not, but it is someone we looked at in the summer. But one of the things is that I always... or which I always have, is that with Stuart Armstrong, it's the case of like, we did want him in the summer, but we didn't get him because we didn't go for him properly. But we did look at him in the summer, and I wonder if it's just a case of look at the same one. Gassama had got to be the most improved player of our team. I say Gassama and Paul, when Paul plays. Paul's been a lot better this year as well. Of our team, he's all right last year, but he had a good preseason. Gassama had a good preseason, and I think he had a very good regiment they gave him over the preseason, which helps. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe. We are getting closer to that 4,400. I'm hoping to try and get to it by March time, but we'll see. The goal is to get to 4,500 by the summer and then move on and try and get to that 5k, which will be good. But we're doing good. But he had a very good structure by the sounds of it in the preseason. It sounds like they gave a lot of the players good training plans. Yeah, he bulked up a hell of a lot. He's a lot stronger. You very rarely see Gassama this season get knocked off the ball. He's actually the one battling for the ball more than anything, which is interesting, which I don't think we're used to seeing from last season. This season, he'll get stuck in, he'll throw in a shoulder, he'll try and do something. I think the thing that Gassama still got in his game, which I'm still not a big fan of, is when he goes down, he's immediately looking for it from the referee. And I think he needs to learn, if he doesn't get it first time round, get straight back up and try and bully the person off the ball. DC need to back roll in transfer market, because if somehow he gets up promoted, DC might get the money you want for the club. True. Jim was saying he looked more powerful, much upper body strength to shake off players. Maybe you can tell he's been in the gym more. The video where Danny comes back into training, you actually see Danny go like that, go, oh, wow. Like going, wow, you really have been in the gym. You properly bulked up. Like, the thing is, you look at someone like Bailey. Bailey bulked up a lot. You can see that while he's been playing at Lincoln. Gassama is our Adam to rapid. I can see that. When I ever hear the talk of Armstrong, I can't stop thinking about Bold Armstrong. We got him from Middlesbrough a decade ago. Yes. I think the thing for me is, if you look at what they need, what do we need? We need a centre-back, maybe two. This left-back, Japanese left-back who might come in, who can play centre-back, but you've got a bit more cover for Marvin. Because I think Marvin's been hot and cold late, and I think it can give him a bit more rest. Midfielders, you can get it, just to bulk it out a little bit, just to help out with it. And a striker. The striker one is difficult. Or forward. Say striker or centre forward. That one's difficult because there's not many of them available for loan right now. There isn't a lot that's ready to be put out. I'd like to see Charlie McNeil play there. But the problem is, with that, the issue you've got is that you need to make sure you can get it sorted. We are nowhere near FFP this year, Alex. We haven't been for a while. We've got about 14, 15 million before we hit FFP we could spend. We're nowhere near FFP this year. We haven't been for a while. Bailey out for 6 weeks, which is a blow for include having a good bell. But it happens in football. It'll teach him how to recover from it. Shame about Bailey's injury, but good to see Sean get an assist. Yep, I agree. We got an update on how bad... nope. No update. I think it's one of those niggly injuries they keep getting knack. It's like one bit he does well and then one bit he doesn't. I think it's one of those ones where he's going to constantly either be injured or you're going to have one good bell, a couple of games, and then he'll get a bell where he needs 2 games out or something like that. I don't think Upbo recovered from not having a full preseason. Maybe taking him out a couple of weeks would have saved the phase that just outlined for that. Yeah, true. You never know. You might see a different Upbo next season with a full preseason. But I don't want him to go the entire season without a goal, because then it adds on more pressure for him. We did give him a mini preseason when they had that first international break when we had it. And I wonder if they do the same in March. Let everyone rest while they make him go on a bit of a preseason, take a coach with him or something. I would love to pick an experienced centre-back up who can lead the back line. I will say, Brazil B, I was saying this the other day, since a Whitway come in, we had looked one hell of a lot stronger as a team. We looked a lot more organised at the back. Vocal is the word I used. You can actually see them listening, which is one thing that I think is helping Beadle a little bit. That there's another vocal person there. 53 people watching. 30 get those likes up, people. Much appreciate it. If only it was only one game, but Thompson Wadden's already going for Paul Pompey. Yeah, it's a shame we missed out on that one. I thought that was a cheap one. I thought that was an easy player to get in. Cheaper chips, doesn't cost you anything, and you get him in and he goes and he starts going. I actually thought we messed up on that one. I thought that was one we could do. Generally, I did actually think that was one we could do, and I'm kind of gutted about that. But he got his goal for him, so which is good for him. I think the rumours were quite true. I think we were in for him, but I think by the time we got our arses in gear to get a proper the bid in, I think Pompey bid was already there and done. Danny isn't given 10 million, so then I reckon he's off. I can see that, but again, where are we getting 10 million from if people are going with the whole we're out of cash? This is a thing that I find funny. A Whitway becoming pivotal now. Him and Bernard form a decent little partner. They are indeed. They are indeed. And the thing is, I've got that situation where it's nice to see. It's nice to see that partnership. Like, you looking at the next couple of games, I am going to make a video on this in the next couple of days or two. If I recall, doesn't Danny will have a release also included? So, yes, there is. It's not the 10 million. It was the 5 million for Danny and the 5 million for his coaching staff. But there is a release clause. Also, remember, I believe his coaching staff contracts are all out at the end of this summer. So we might be having to sort them out again. Because if I remember correctly, it was sorting Danny's contract out, but not his coaching staff. So there's that a little bit. Do you have any idea how long? He's meant to be back in March. The time scale with March. Now, I don't know if that'll happen, if there's anything. But he's meant to be March. But he is back on the grass, which is good. He's back on the grass. He's just not back with the team yet. And that's the difference. The difference is grass and then back with the team. Like, you look at the next couple of games we've got. We've got Luton at home. We've got West Brom away. We've got Swansea City away. And we've got Coventry at home. Right? The next 4 games are Luton, West Brom, Swansea, Coventry. Hard games. Some very tough games. And then 21st of March. 21st of March. What am I about? 21st of Feb. We've got Burnley. And then it's Sunderland. The games I'm not looking forward to is the back-to-back Burnley-Sunderland. I won't lie. They're the games I'm really not looking forward to. But there's a good chance if we can get our home form going. The problem is that home form. That home form does my fucking head in. Because it should be a lot better than what it is. Like, if you actually go with Wednesday stat for the season now, because they should be updated now. Hang on, that for the season, because it should come up with what they were. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, our home and away record are pretty much identical. 5-6-4, 6-2-6. 21 points at home, 20 points away. Right? We've got 11, 8, 10 as our record, which is 41 points. It's 1 point. We're getting about 1.41 per game. Right? Goals against is 43. Got XG for us is 37.6. A minor 5 goal difference. Right? 45 goals against, 42 goals for us. We need to start finding a good motion at home. Low Valerie, 2 outside, knife back. It could all fit together. I think we have a chance of getting a sneaky playoff place if West Brom won 5-1. But that was Pompey. True. I'm happy with the position we are in. But playoff can then need to beat 23rd place at home. I do agree with that, Barry. I think one of the positives we have at the moment, no one had took Pierce Charles. He got our number one. He's our number one next season, 100%. He's our number one next season. There should be the only talk of a goalkeeper next season is to be either the second keeper along with a third keeper being backup. I 100% think Charles is our number one next season. If we can take points against Burnley and Sunderland, we're doing really well. Yeah, I agree. And if you look at what Plymouth did versus Sunderland, at Sunderland, they managed to do okay. You got to remember, the Sunderland game is at Wednesday. Maybe we turn up a little bit. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Like, I think the Burnley game's at Burnley and the Sunderland game's at our place. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. And by then, we might have things going a little bit better. We might have things flowing a little bit more. I don't know. But you never know with this team. The problem with this team, it's very Jekyll and Hyde. Because 1 minute you get something that's really good and you're going, brilliant, we've gone ahead and we've managed to keep it. Like, look at QPR. QPR were in one of the form teams of the league. And they were doing really well. Yet we managed to go to them and nullify it. And it's a team who came to us who got a lucky draw against us. Because we turned off at the end of the game. And I think it's things like that you look at and you go, okay, what do you use next? That's the thing. That if we can take that's the thing for me. I generally do think that we need to look at what we did last season and go on a bit of a roll. If we can go on a bit of a roll, it'd be good. To be our QPR played no one special in those 4 wins. Yeah, but the 4 wins on the bounce, though. They are 4 wins on the bounce. They are important. It doesn't... Even if they've not played anyone special, those games are still decent. Like, I understand that logic is saying that they haven't played anyone special, but you can only beat what's in front of you. Like, we got a 2-2 draw versus Bristol City. I don't think they were the best. Like, QPR, who they played, they got a draw versus Norwich, a 3-1 win versus Watford, a 2-1 win versus Luton, a 1-0 win versus Plymouth, and a 2-1 win versus Hull. And then they lost to us. Watford and Hull, probably Norwich were your harder games for me. Pierre Charles needs some game time. He does. He getting first team action, though, for his international team. Injuries have made us so unstable, though, the amount of defenders we have. We didn't get... We won... You got to remember, day of the summer transfer window, we wanted a defender and we didn't bring him in. 4 wins is 4 wins. It's about having mentality to do the job. I still think we're unbalanced anyway. I think we're unbalanced up top. If I'm honest with you, each position, barring goalkeeper, needs a player. Defense, midfield, striker, attack. I think each position needs the player kind of thing. We haven't got it. Danny got his second half tactic spot on. Can't say the same about Bristol. No, but he came out in the after the Bristol game and said it was on him. He did come out and say it was on him. Like, if you're looking last 6 matches, we're in 16th. So we lost 2, won 2, drawn 2, right? If you're looking at home matches, our home record were 14th. Draw against Preston, loss against Blackburn, win against Stoke, win against Derby, draw against Millwall, and a draw against Bristol City. Millwall and Bristol City both 2-2, right? You look at, like, who we got next. We've got Luton next, haven't we? Yeah, we just got to turn up. Our mentality at home. I have a theory about this. I have a funny feeling because the Wednesday fans sing all through and we sell out our allocation, there isn't that feeling of we're going to mess this up. Where with our home form, I feel like there's that feeling and tenseness of we're going to mess this up if we're not careful. I do get that point of view. That's where I do think there is a point of we might mess this up if we're not careful here. And that's something I am concerned about. And that's something that needs to get better. It needs to get better. It really does. It really needs to improve. But I think that's the lack of, what's the word? Word. The word is do. The issue you've got on it is that we are not very well supported at home in terms of making a noise. As soon as a team attacks, we panic. That's the thing. We panic. We panic a lot. And we've got to stop that. We can't keep panicking every time someone gets close to us or we're close to an attack. We have to do better. Not many teams have got our away record if we can turn it into home. Yeah, I agree. We finished 24th in Coast with no atmosphere. Same again this year. It cost no points. True. Don't want to scare anyone. Do you think Luton new manager has not won a game yet? I had this thought of, well, Barry, and I'm trying to put it to the back of my mind. If I'm brutally honest, I am not thinking about it. Not listening. Honestly, he could, he might not, he might do, I don't know. I'm trying not to think about it. I'll put it that way. I am trying not to think about it at all. I do not want to think about it, and therefore I am not thinking about it. I am not going to be done on that one because I am very much at the worrisome side of that because I get that. I felt that a little bit. I have felt that a little bit. So I saw the record. I was like, that record is pretty good. I don't like this record. Shall we just put it to one side? Kind of thing. Is how I felt. I'll just put it that way. That's the way I felt. I felt very much of that. I'll put that to one side. McGuinness in Luton defence might drop a stinker. He's not been great, to be fair. With a better team, no worry about that. Better and us doesn't go into the same sentence at times for us, mate. I won't lie. Better and us doesn't hit the same as it used to. I get what you're saying. But I also go, are we? Because we've had moments. Let's put it that way. What's that? I take 24th if we just beat the Blaze this season. That's all I want. I want to stay up, mate. I'm not going back down to I'm not going back down to League One. Got to stay up for me. When we beat Peterborough in the playoff, one of the teams that the atmosphere was sucking the air out of the lungs somehow. That atmosphere needs to be. A lot of people have been priced out the game though. That's the problem, Paul. I think a lot have been priced out. Can't get the games. Our ticket structure just doesn't fit well with a lot of people. It does feel like it's more than it should be. Let's put it that way. That's how I will say it. It does feel like it's more than it should be, but we will see. We will see what happens. You never know what could happen and how things go. If we look like we're going to go on a run, could be it. I think we should be happy that we're only 12 points off. Look, if we can get to 50 points, then fantastic. We got to 41 points last year in April, ironically against QPR. We've managed to do it in a better way this year. So let's see what happens. I think it's something stupid from about 5th. I think it's something stupid from 5th to like 17th. There's about 10 points that separates everyone. Which is scary, to be fair. It is really scary how close it is. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it there. I'm going to go chill out with my other half for the rest of the evening. Get a bit of kip because I've got my little one tomorrow. But thank you for coming and spending your time watching my time. I always appreciate people coming in. We got 3 points. That is the main thing. The main thing of this stream is we got 3 points, and it's what we needed. We needed those 3 points, settle it down a little bit, go on the attack on Saturday. Just go straight on the attack on Saturday. Let's go for it. Try and go as many as possibly. We're all Burnley tonight. Yeah. To be fair, I think Burnley Leeds could be a fascinating game as well. So we'll see. I might watch that actually on the iPad while watching something else. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I'll speak to you later. Have a good evening. Look after yourselves. Make sure your week goes well. And I'll see you during the week. Have a good one. Bye, guys.